Okay, this is Asuka, the real one, back with another video. This is going to be something a little different. It's going to be about a book here. I showed you guys the book by Ross Hubner earlier called The Law. Now we have a book here by Gary Walters and Ross Hubner called Tyrants of Tyranny. Now, I'm just going to let it rip. This here is Mr. Walters. Gary, tell me something about this book.
This book pertains to the most guarded secret of the state of Nevada. It's like the king has no clothes. The Nevada revised statutes do not exist.
Okay.
I was put in jail on laws that don't exist by grifters and a disgraced lawyer. And while I was in there, I made the biggest legal find in Nevada history.
And what was that?
That people are in prisons and jails by laws that don't exist. If you have laws that don't exist, that means you can't have a crime. That means that you're being held against your will.
Okay.
And that is a form of kidnapping.
Mm.
So we recommend that people file a 1983 civil rights action or habeas corpus.
Okay.
And this book should aid them in all the fact-finding, and they can go to the website, which is tyrantsoftyranny.com.
I'll leave that in the description below, you guys.
And they can go in and they can review everything there and all the exhibits and the proof that the Nevada revised statutes fail, and they're void ab initio.
Okay. Ross, can I get a word from you on the book? If that's at all possible? Okay, we're going to go to Mr. Ross Hubner here.
Got my thinking stick. Hi, everybody. This book was written because although most of our friends view it as a death sentence on either one of us, the bottom line is the truth has to come out. And what's happened in this book, we're providing everybody, they have family members in prison in Nevada. We're providing them with the information that they need to get them out.
Okay.
Not all we didn't have room for all the exhibits that you would probably end up using, and some of them we couldn't reduce in size. So we're putting them all on the website. You can download them from there for free, and you can use them in any kind of pleadings. But the whole argument is laid out for you in the book. We give you a history of codification and what it entails and what the complications are. And finally, we show everybody that the legislative records have been kidnapped by a private company who is
actually
been hijacked by a company that's private. You can't audit it. You can't subpoena any records. You can't get them through discovery, even if you sue them.
Oh, wow.
And basically, they can't be audited. So, it's the perfect criminal organization. So they could be laundering. They're in charge of all the gift shops in the state, for the state. They're in charge of the printing press. They control all the money for the state. They control the marijuana money. And
so they've got a monopoly.
And they control all the lobbyists. They pay the legislators their paychecks. They pay the janitors. They pay everybody. So and they have keys to all their offices. So bottom line, if you're a legislator, you don't have any privacy in the Capitol building. None. The janitors can come in there anytime they want, rummage through your stuff, being used as a spy, and your travel expenses as a legislator are paid for by them. So we sat and thought about it, and we said, well, who owns the Legislative Counsel Bureau, which is the private company that controls this information?
Right.
Because what happened is they didn't pass the Nevada revised statutes properly, so they decided the Secretary of State, who's the constitutional repository for those records, the records there are public. So they transferred them over to the Legislative Counsel Bureau where they're private, so you can't prove that the statutes don't exist.
Oh, my God.
We got them in, we got the proof anyway. So, because there's some whistleblowers inside. So the bottom line is, who are these people? Who owns the company? We did some research and we found out the National Judicial College, which is in Reno, Nevada, is owned by R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company.
What? Wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. That's a fact?
Yes.
How do you know that?
I spoke to one of the PhDs up there and talked to him on the phone, who was in charge of a segment of the National Judicial College. In fact, he had to do with public information issues.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what the title he told me at the time,
Okay.
but he told me he had to get off the phone because he's getting ready to take a plane out. He's going to Kosovo. And I said, Kosovo? Why would you be going there? You work with the National Judicial College. He goes, I do consulting and worldwide.
Really?
So he was going there to help them set up their propaganda campaign for whatever they were doing over in Kosovo.
Okay.
And so that whole Nevada Judicial College is really it's a think tank disguised as a judicial college.
Okay.
And the Legislative Council Bureau is a similar organization. I don't know much more about the legislative or about the National Judicial College than that information, because I haven't really started looking into them to see whether or not there's other things going on.
Yeah.
They might be similar to the Legislative Council Bureau, but the Legislative Council Bureau operates like the Federal Reserve Bank. The Federal Reserve Bank, they don't have to tell you anything. They have control over all of our money. They have control over interest rates and all that. They're not part of the government.
Okay.
The Federal Reserve, they just use the name federal, but they are not part of the federal government. They are a private banking cartel, and so the Legislative Council Bureau is a private company. They state in their literature that they have footprints in other states, and they have an international footprint. So who are these people, and why? If I was going to launder money, where would I want to do it? I want to do it in a company that doesn't have to report to anybody. The records can't be subpoenaed. They can't be audited. The records can't be even obtained through discovery if you sue them. So what's a more perfect place to launder money?
Oh, my God.
It's a criminal enterprise. If it isn't a criminal enterprise, it's the perfect criminal enterprise.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So those are the people that have our records and won't give them to us because they're private.
Well, can I get your input on that, Gary?
Well, making this discovery is very important. You have about 20% of the people in prison have signed fear factor plea agreements and they're innocent. They've been hoodwinked in there by their public pretenders. And in Nevada, the public defender's office gets its money and its checks from the prosecutor's office.
Okay.
That shouldn't be. That should be separated also. But making that discovery, having a private enterprise run the state and pay everything out, control all the money, that's horrible. When you got the three branches of government, you're violating proclamations, you're violating constitutions, you're doing all kinds of things. And the stealth fraud that's gone on since 1951 has turned into long-arm fraud today, because what they do to people today were affected back in 51. So there can't be no procedural bars or latches claimed that the LCB would like. I saw a opposition that was filed by the LCB against Ian Black, and in there it said the old maximum saying goes, if the citizens are asleep at the wheel, you snooze, you lose. I don't think the citizens of Nevada want to hear that.
Absolutely not.
And that needs to be stopped. And so we encourage them. We have GoFundMe sites set up.
Okay.
We have the book. It's a tell-all book.
Okay.
It's very accurate. It has all the exhibits on the website.
What's your GoFundMe site? So. Or you know what? I'll leave that in the description. I'll leave that in the description below. Is what I'll do.
Yeah, they can find these sites by going and looking at TyrantsofTyrany.com.
Again, you
That's
guys.
That's the website.
This book here.
Yes.
Is something that
they can be purchased on Amazon.
And you don't even have to be from Nevada to gain a lot of insight. I'm learning so much.
Yeah, you have family members all over the country that have been affected by this book, because a lot of them have relatives in Nevada prisons and jails.
Right. As do I.
Yeah.
As do I.
Absolutely. And if you have an invalid law, you can't have a crime. If you don't have a crime and you're being held against your will, is that not a form of kidnapping?
Absolutely,
sure
it is.
So,
and so this is what you talk about in this book.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So the encouragement is that people get the book and read it, use it to their advantage, and get their freedom back, and hopefully stay in the Lord and repent and don't do crimes.
Oh yeah.
Change yourself.
Yeah.
If I can change, anybody can change. Of course, I got blamed for something I didn't do, and that's no feeling. An innocent man never stops crying.
There's so many.
So
There's
we've been
so
fortunate.
Many. Yeah.
And I warned the judge when he sent me to prison, he's about to embark on the biggest judicial mistake of his career. That particular judge was elected in January, and he resigned in March. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna cut this short, but I'd like, if it's okay with y'all, to have another. Sorry. I'm getting old. I'm dropping stuff. I'd like to do another interview. Sorry about that, you guys. Sometimes, maybe in the future or soon, if it's okay with you guys. Can I possibly get another interview, Mr. Huebner?
Sure.
By the way, Mr. Huebner is a friend of mine of 30 years. That's my bro. That's my brother from my brother from a different mister, or however that goes. Mother, brother from a different mother. And this over here, you guys, look at that. That's Mr. Baxter.
That's the troublemaker.
Yeah, that's the runaway. He just runs away. No, let him be. Let him be. Okay, you guys, this is Asuka, the real one. Thank you for spending a little time with me. And again, you guys should really check this book out. It is loaded with information things I knew absolutely nothing about. Every day I wake up, I learn something new. And like I said, I'll leave all of their information in the description below. And until the next time, be blessed and keep moving forward. Bye.